Welcome to Everyday English Practice channel. I would be happy if you subscribe to our channel. Let's start it. Learning English as an adult may seem like a daunting challenge at first. Many adults feel that it is too late to learn a new language, but the truth is that with the right approach and mindset, anyone can successfully learn English at any age. In this guide, we will share a variety of practical tips and strategies that can make the process easier and more enjoyable. By following these tips, you can gradually build your skills, boost your confidence, and make steady progress toward fluency. Start with the basics. When starting to learn English, it is crucial to focus on the basics. Just like building a house, you need a strong foundation before you can add more complex elements. Start with the alphabet, numbers, days of the week, and simple greetings. These basic elements are essential to understanding the language and communicating in everyday situations. For example, make sure you learn how to say simple greetings like, hello, good morning, and good evening. Practice how to introduce yourself. My name is your name. Learn to ask simple questions, such as, how are you? And, what's your name? These basic phrases will help you start conversations and interact with others in English. It's important to remember that learning the basics may feel slow at first, but this is completely normal. The more you practice and repeat these phrases, the more natural they will become. Set aside time each day to practice these basic expressions until you feel comfortable using them. Practice speaking every day. Speaking is one of the most important skills to develop when learning English. While many people focus on reading and writing, speaking is essential for fluency. Even if you do not have anyone to speak English with, you can still practice every day on your own. For instance, try speaking out loud to yourself. Describe what you are doing throughout the day, like, I am making breakfast, or, I am walking to the store. This might feel strange at first, but it is a great way to practice your speaking skills and get comfortable with the language. Additionally, find language partners or use language exchange apps like HelloTalk, where you can chat with native English speakers or other learners. This will provide you with the opportunity to practice real-life conversations and get feedback on your pronunciation and grammar. Don't worry about making mistakes while speaking. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a new language, and this is how we learn. The key is to keep practicing and speaking as much as possible. Listen to English regularly. Listening is just as important as speaking when it comes to learning a language. To improve your listening skills, surround yourself with English as much as possible. This doesn't mean you have to understand everything right away. Even just hearing the sounds of English will help you get used to the rhythm and flow of the language. Start by listening to podcasts in English, watching movies or TV shows with English subtitles, or listening to English music. Try to choose topics that interest you so that learning feels more enjoyable and less like a chore. For example, if you enjoy cooking, you could listen to cooking podcasts or watch cooking tutorials in English. If you're a fan of sports, watch English language sports commentary or follow sports-related YouTube channels. You can begin by listening to short, simple content and gradually move on to longer and more complex material as your skills improve. The key is to practice consistently and expose yourself to different accents and voices. English is spoken in many different ways around the world, so listening to various speakers will help you understand diverse pronunciations and accents. Learn new vocabulary every day. Learning new words is essential to expanding your English skills. The more words you know, the better you will be able to understand and express yourself. But learning vocabulary is not just about memorizing a list of words, it's about learning how to use them in real contexts. Each day, try to learn a few new words and practice using them in sentences. For example, let's say you learn the word happy. Write sentences like, I am happy, she looks happy, or, they make me happy. This will help you understand how to use the word correctly and increase your ability to speak naturally. Try to connect new words to things you already know. For instance, if you learn the word dog, think about your own dog or any dog you have seen before. Visualizing the word in real life can make it easier to remember. You can also label objects around your home with their English names, such as door, window, table, chair, to help reinforce new vocabulary. As you continue to expand your vocabulary, try to use these words in conversations with others. The more you use them, the better you will remember them, and the more comfortable you will feel speaking English. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. A common fear that many adult learners have is making mistakes when speaking or writing in English. It's normal to feel nervous, but it's essential to remember that mistakes are an important part of the learning process. No one speaks perfectly, and even native speakers make mistakes. Instead of focusing on avoiding mistakes, try to embrace them as opportunities to learn and grow. When you make a mistake, take note of it, and try to understand why it happened. If someone corrects you, thank them and use the correction to improve. Over time, you will make fewer mistakes, and your confidence will increase. Also, don't be afraid to speak. It's better to practice speaking and make mistakes than to avoid speaking altogether because you are worried about being wrong. Remember that people will appreciate your effort to communicate in their language, and they will likely be patient with you as you learn. Watch movies and TV shows with subtitles. Watching movies and TV shows in English is one of the most enjoyable ways to improve your language skills. It gives you the opportunity to hear how English is used in real-life situations, and you can learn slang, idiomatic expressions, and cultural references that you won't find in textbooks. Start by watching shows or movies you already enjoy, but in English. You can start with English subtitles, and then gradually switch to English subtitles as you improve. This way, you will match the words you hear with the written text, helping you better understand the language. Don't be discouraged if you don't understand everything at first. The goal is not to understand every single word, but to get the general meaning and feel of the language. Over time, you will become more familiar with different accents, vocabulary, and sentence structures, which will help you when speaking or listening in real-life situations. Learn English in context. One of the most effective ways to learn a language is to learn it in context. Instead of simply memorizing words and phrases, try to learn how they are used in real-life situations. This approach will help you remember the words more effectively and give you a better understanding of how to use them in your own conversations. For example, if you learn the word restaurant, try learning phrases that you would use at a restaurant, such as, "Can I see the menu?" Or, "I'd like to order the soup, please." When you learn vocabulary in context, you are more likely to remember it and use it appropriately. Additionally, try to put yourself in real-life situations where you can practice English. If you go to a store, try to ask the store clerk questions in English. If you are at a restaurant, try ordering in English. Practicing in real contexts will help you gain confidence and make the language feel more natural. Practice writing in English. While speaking and listening are important, writing is also a key skill to develop when learning English. Writing helps you solidify your knowledge of grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure. It also provides an opportunity to practice thinking in English, which can make speaking easier. Start by writing simple sentences or short paragraphs about your daily life. For example, write about what you did today or describe your favorite place. As you continue to practice, try to increase the length and complexity of your writing. Writing regularly will help you improve your grammar, spelling, and overall language skills. If you feel uncertain about your writing, don't be afraid to ask for feedback from others, whether it's a teacher, a friend, or a language partner. Writing and receiving feedback will help you improve faster and make fewer mistakes in the future. Use language apps. There are many language apps available that can help you practice English on the go. Apps like Duolingo, Babbel, and Memrise offer interactive lessons in grammar, vocabulary, reading, writing, and listening. These apps make learning convenient and fun, as they often include games and quizzes that help you stay motivated. Set aside a few minutes each day to use one of these apps, and you will quickly see improvements. Start with short sessions and gradually increase the amount of time you spend learning as you become more comfortable with the language. Join English learning communities. Being part of a community of English learners can be incredibly motivating. When you are surrounded by other people who are also learning, you can share experiences, exchange tips, and support one another along the journey. You can find online communities, such as forums, Facebook groups, or language exchange websites. These platforms give you the opportunity to interact with other learners, ask questions, and practice your English in a supportive environment. Joining a community also makes learning feel less lonely and more enjoyable. In some cities, there are also in-person language meetups where people come together to practice speaking English. This is a great way to meet new people, practice real conversations, and gain confidence. Be patient with yourself. Learning a new language takes time, and it is important to be patient with yourself throughout the process. Remember that progress can sometimes be slow, and that's okay. Celebrate small victories, like learning a new word or successfully understanding a conversation in English. If you don't understand something right away, don't get discouraged. Keep practicing, and over time, you will improve. The key is to be persistent and to stay motivated. Trust the process, and be kind to yourself along the way. Use English in your daily life. The best way to improve your English is to use it in your everyday life. This could mean thinking in English, speaking to friends and family members in English, or even changing the language settings on your phone or computer to English. Label objects around your house with their English names, such as mirror, toothbrush, fridge, and cup. This will help reinforce vocabulary and make English a more natural part of your daily routine. Additionally, try to engage in activities that involve English, such as reading books, watching TV shows, or listening to English podcasts during your commute. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more comfortable you will become with it. Stay consistent. Consistency is key when learning any new skill, especially a language. Set a regular schedule for studying and practicing English, even if it's just for a few minutes each day. Learning a language is a long-term commitment, so making it a part of your daily routine is essential. You don't need to spend hours every day studying. Instead, aim for small, consistent practice sessions. Over time, you will see significant progress and improvement. Have fun with your learning. Learning English should be fun. Find ways to make the process enjoyable by incorporating activities that you love. Watch your favorite movies in English, play word games, or listen to music in English. The more fun you have, the more motivated you will be to keep learning. Don't be afraid to experiment and try new methods. Remember, learning a language is a journey, and it should be something you enjoy rather than a stressful task. Learning English as an adult may seem challenging at first, but with patience, practice, and the right approach, you can make significant progress. By following these tips and staying consistent, you will gradually improve your speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills. Remember, the key to learning any language is perseverance and a positive attitude. Keep practicing, enjoy the journey, and celebrate every milestone along the way. Good luck with your English learning, and keep moving forward. You've got this. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.